Get ready for a fantastic story.
In the grand tapestry of nature, there's a rhythm we've long overlooked, a pattern of rest that echoes an ancient wisdom. As the sun dips below the horizon on Friday evening, a remarkable transformation occurs in the natural world. The industrious beaver, which has been tirelessly constructing its dam throughout the week, suddenly ceases its labor. Its webbed paws fall still, the water lapping gently against the half-finished structure. The ever-busy bees, pollinating flowers from dawn to dusk, retreat to their hives. The air, once filled with their gentle buzzing, grows quiet, and the melodious birds, usually filling the air with their songs, fall into a hushed silence. The forest canopy, moments ago alive with movement, becomes still.
Finally, it's done. 3 months of non-stop filming, and I feel like I could sleep for a week.
Dr. Hartley, you've got an email. It's rather unusual.
The Sabbath, as in the biblical day of rest? That's ridiculous. Animals don't have religions. What's this? An old journal? The birds cease their song, the bees their buzz, and the beavers their building. As if by some divine command, they rest. I know it sounds crazy, but what if there's something to this? We could be on the brink of a groundbreaking discovery.
Or we could be chasing fairy tales and ruining our credibility. Emma, think about what this could do to your career if we're wrong.
But what if we're right? Science is about questioning, exploring. If we're wrong, we're wrong. But if we're right,
it would change everything we know about animal behavior, and possibly even our understanding of rest in nature.
Hey there, little one. Let's get you somewhere safe. All right, nature. Let's see what secrets you're hiding. Maybe it's time we all learn to rest. Day 1 in the Amazon. The heat is oppressive, but the diversity of life here is staggering.
Welcome to our world, Dr. Hartley. I'm Jacob, your guide.
Please call me Emma. I hope you're ready for some serious scientific observation.
And I hope you're ready to see beyond just what your instruments can measure.
Look at those scarlet macaws. They've been squawking nonstop all day.
Yes, but watch closely as the sun begins to set.
They're going quiet, all of them at once, but why?
Some might say they're observing the Sabbath just as your journal described.
There must be a scientific explanation. Changes in light, temperature perhaps? The bee colonies here are fascinating. Their work ethic is remarkable. It's almost sundown on Friday. If the pattern holds, I can't believe it. They've all retreated into their hives. It's like someone flipped a switch.
Still looking for that scientific explanation, Emma?
Jacob, what are you doing here?
Keeping an eye on a scientist who might be on the verge of a spiritual awakening.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have the beavers to observe in Canada. Jacob, look, the beaver colony, they're incredibly active.
Yes, but watch what happens as the sun sets on Friday.
They've stopped, all of them. The dam is half finished, but they've just ceased working.
And they won't resume until after sunset tomorrow.
I don't know what this is. It defies everything I thought I knew. No. The humidity has fried our main camera.
Perhaps it's a sign to rely less on technology and more on direct observation.
That's not how science works, Jacob. We need hard evidence. They've cut our funding, and Professor Larson has publicly called my research unscientific fantasies.
Sometimes, Emma, the greatest truths can't be captured on camera or measured with instruments.
I've risked everything for this, Jacob. My career, my reputation, and for what?
For a truth that perhaps can't be explained by science alone. Sometimes we need to have faith in what we observe.
Maybe I've been looking at this all wrong. I think I see the connection now. Is it possible the nature enjoys the Sabbath? Is this something of design by Creator God? I am excited about finding out the truth. Come with me on this adventure. Let's see what we will discover as we set up our camera and discover the wonders of nature. Today, I become the observer in the truest sense. No interference, just presence. It's just before sunset on Friday. Let's see what unfolds. The bird song, it's changing. It's like they're singing a lullaby to the day. Each species has its own unique voice in this twilight chorus. I never realized how exhausted I was. Perhaps I need this rest as much as they do. The forest at night has its own rhythm, its own pulse. Forest clearing at dawn on Sabbath day, the beavers dam. They're not working on it. They're just being. It's as if they understand the concept of a day of rest, a time to simply exist in their environment. And the bees, they're not leaving their hives to pollinate. It's as if they know this day is different. The usual buzz of activity has been replaced by a gentle hum from within the hives. It's not just about not working. It's about connection, about being present in the world. Every creature, every plant seems to be in perfect harmony with this moment of tranquility. I've spent my whole career studying nature, but I've never felt so much a part of it as I do right now. The biblical Sabbath? It's not just a religious observance, it's a recognition of a fundamental natural law. It's like the whole world is taking a collective deep breath before beginning anew. The forest is coming alive again, but with a renewed energy after its day of rest. Animals resume activity as Sabbath ends. We've been looking at this all wrong. It's not about proving or disproving anything. It's about recognizing the wisdom that's been in nature all along. I came here looking for scientific proof, but I found something far more valuable, a new way of seeing the world. It's as if the forest itself has been my teacher. Thank you for teaching me how to rest. This experience has changed not just my research, but my entire perspective on the natural world. Perhaps in the rhythm of nature, we've rediscovered an ancient truth, the profound importance of rest, not just for survival, but for the flourishing of all creation. I came here as a scientist. I leave as both a scientist and a student of nature. This experience has opened my eyes to a whole new dimension of ecological study. Until next Sabbath, my friends, may your cycles of rest and activity continue in perfect harmony, as they have for millennia.
In the grand tapestry of nature, every thread has its purpose, even the spaces between. And in those spaces we may find the very rhythm of life itself. Emma's journey reminds us that sometimes the most profound discoveries come not from constant activity, but from moments of stillness and observation. Team observes animals during Sabbath, rest behind the scenes of documentary filming, time-lapse of forest through day-night cycle, split screen of animals resting and active, extreme close-ups of nature's intricate details. As we've seen, the rhythm of rest and activity is not just a human construct, but a fundamental principle woven into the very fabric of nature. Perhaps in observing these patterns, we can learn to live more harmoniously with our planet and all its inhabitants, and our God.
As we've journeyed through this exploration of nature's Sabbath, we've seen how the cycles of rest and activity are deeply embedded in the natural world. But what does this mean for us? How can we, as humans, integrate this ancient wisdom into our modern lives? The biblical Sabbath, a day of rest ordained by Yahweh God, isn't just a religious observance. It's a call to align ourselves with the rhythm of creation. In our fast-paced world, taking a day to rest, to be present, and to connect with our surroundings is more crucial than ever. Imagine a world where every seventh day, we collectively pause, where families come together, where communities reconnect, and where we all take a moment to breathe. This isn't just beneficial for our physical well-being, but for our mental and spiritual health as well. The Sabbath invites us to step back from the hustle and bustle, to reflect on our lives, and to find gratitude in the simple act of being. It's a time to recharge, to find balance, and to remember that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. As we've seen through the birds, bees, and beavers, rest is not a luxury, but a necessity. By embracing this natural rhythm, we can live more harmoniously with our planet, with each other, and with ourselves. So as we conclude this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons we've learned. Let's honor the Sabbath, not just as a day of rest, but as a day of reconnection, with nature, with our communities, and with our Creator who sustains us all. May we all find peace, balance, and renewal in the sacred pause of the Sabbath. Until next time, may your days be filled with both purpose and rest, in perfect harmony with the world around you. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content.